Hi guys, so in this video I want to talk to you more about love your temple and flow. So this is around the sacred embodiment journey of mapping your cycle. So this is totally different to tracking your cycle. So tracking your cycle, I would say, would be like using an app or something similar. So yep, that's still an important part. But mapping your cycle is more of a sacred ritual that we do, and we really embody everything. So we embody the cycles of the moon. So whether you have a cycle or you are, menopausal or had a baby and you don't have a cycle at the moment, then you track through the moon. But we do that anyway. So this is all about aligning our soul with the phases of the moon, because we are the moon, we are nature, we are cyclical, energetic beings. So it's so important to become aware of these parts of yourself and know when you are in your most flow and you're in your most alignment. So you may have seen, I've just posted actually, or you'll see that above if you've receiving the email on this, just about where I was. So I didn't know like why I would be so high one day and then so low the next. And it's like, how do I keep the balance? How do I keep this neutral? Because it's so common for us to be going through the waves and the motions, but how do we deal with it? How do we manage it? And how do we really embody it? So this is a path to do that, to actually really honor your temple and become more and more aware of where you are at, how you feel, what you want, how you create your life around that. So we create daily rituals where we tune in, and you will receive a meditation and some journaling practices and everything as well to support that journey. It's all part of this workshop that I am offering. The workshop also includes a cycle map, and this is my something that I have created around what has worked for me over especially the last year when and what I've kind of learnt and then made it my own. So I've created these rituals to make them simple, but also even more sacred and even more creating even more awareness around yourself. So it is the path to deeper self-expansion. If you're joining me live, tell me whether you have a cycle mapping journey or if this is new to you. I'd love to know. And so what we do is we align our cycle, or we align our energy with the moon, and just know where we're at when we're in our most creative flow. So I used to push and think, why am I like not feeling inspired and not feeling creative and energized to, be working on my business, or to be doing this other, or to be even just practicing my yoga. And now it makes so much more sense, and I'm aware. I'm like, okay, no, today is okay to rest, or today is the day that I can go and be out there and be active and do all the things I want to do, because I've got the energy for it. So it actually it opens up more energy in different areas. So for me, I used to feel like, I have really good energy, but when I feel exhausted, I feel exhausted. And it would be like, why? There's no other reason, but it's the moon and it's your cycle. So when you become aware of those parts of yourself, you expand, you open up more energy for yourself, because you take that time to rest in between the times where you are like recharging. We literally are basically like phones, that need recharging. And I think it's just so common that we think we can go and go, and and why can't we? But actually we need to recharge, and recharging is about that rest time and being in hibernation and maybe even saying no. So I used to say yes when really my body was just going, please, like, no, I really just want to stay in tonight, or I don't want to do that, or I do not have the energy to. And one of the things is like walking up the mount. So now, if it is around my phase of my menstrual cycle where, I've booked a, walk up the mount or something like that, then it comes that time and I'm like, well, even if I'm actually feeling like I could do it, no, it's a no, because your body doesn't need that kind of level of exercise at that time. It's a time to really honor your temple. So learning all of that stuff plus more, how to cycle map, how to embody that daily, how to become more, like, so much more aware of yourself. And then the embodiment comes through actually becoming more connected to your body and to when you're turned on, when you're in your creative flow, when you feel like actually having a little sacred ritual with yourself, like a little self massage, and getting more connected with your soul, and going into that deeper self-love practice. That's something that I can't wait to share more of. Another thing that I will be leading on from the Love Your Temple, but it will be included in that, so you get an idea. And I'm going to share with you my sacredness of like what my month looks like, what my cycle looks like, and then you will see an idea that will then you'll be able to work with it for yourself. So it's still a personal journey, and you may feel like, so for me, if I was bleeding around the full moon, which did happen, then it was just too intense for me. Quite a lot of people find that really good for themselves, but for me, too intense. I'm more aligned now with the new moon, although I'm not attached to it. I let my body flow, and it's, go in the flow and whatever it needs to do. But I find the full moon and bleeding at the same time is just so intense. Like, the full moon for me is intense on itself. So it's like a double. So I prefer not to. And yeah, so you'll find your personal alignment, your flow, and the way that it works for you, and the times when you can like book in lots of events, or you can, really put yourself out there and be social. You'll learn all of that. There's so many different phases that we go through in each cycle and each month. So it's not just the moon. There's so much more, the seasons and more. So and it will help as well, whether you are single or in a relationship. This is a must, like, this is your next step. This is the next level opportunity to, deepen your self-expansion and awareness. So I'll just check if I've left anything else. If you've got any questions, if you're watching, then please just, or feel free to message me if you've got something more personal. So if you're ready to tap into more alignment, more flow with your life, and also, it takes practice to really know what you want. So when you know where you're at on your cycle from day to day, then you have more idea, even down to what you're eating, how you're eating. Like, it made such a difference for me in knowing, like, it's okay to be this way at this time of my cycle. So you start to see the patterns that show up month to month, and then you're really like, okay, and it gives you more acceptance of yourself and the way that you are. So I cannot wait to share more of this through. It's an intensive workshop where you will get to ask questions if you are on live. If you can't join live, this is happening on Friday from 12 till 2 p.m. If you'd like to receive more info, then please just message me. And if you can't join live, you will receive the replay. So there's no trouble if that time doesn't align for you. You'll receive the replay, which will be helpful because you most likely want to go back through it anyway, and stop at certain points and write notes and journal things in that. So yeah, so excited to share and open up this journey for deeper self-expansion and love and awareness, and just so much more that it has opened me up to. So can't wait. Have a beautiful day.